Let's turn this sound off. Hello everyone and welcome to session 103. My name is Brianna and I am the dye designer and human behind The Little Wolf Knits and this YouTube channel, and I am so happy to be here with you today on Tuesday, September 16th. Wild. It is about 11:15 in the morning, and I figured it was the perfect time to sit down and chat with you about what has been going on this last week. It's cozy. I have a candle going. I'm in a cozy sweatshirt. I've done a fair amount of knitting, but I don't have too many different things to show you. You'll see what I talk about when we jump in. For now, go ahead, grab a cup of something, maybe something warm, grab a project, and let's just jump in and get started with talking about what I'm wearing. I am wearing something that I finally was able to dig out of the closet. I literally moved everything. We have everything like piled neatly in the guest bedroom turned gym that we have. I have all my knits in the closet and it's piled neatly in the corner right in front of the closet. And I just pulled it all out into the middle of the room. Nothing is piled neatly anymore, but I needed to get my sweatshirt. This is my second-hand sweatshirt, and this was my second sample, I believe. Yes, it was. This is Taste You Can See on my schooner base, and this is Cinnamon Sugar on my 420 base. This one is a little bit shorter than my first sample, but it is so comfy and so cozy, and I am feeling like I need another one. I have 3. I mostly wear 2 because the other one is not as oversized and cropped and has a hood, so it just feels less wearable, a little bit more casual maybe, but I feel like I could use a 3rd one, right? Can't we all? Maybe stripey or something like that. But for now, I have this one out and I am so happy that I was able to grab it. That is all that I'm wearing knit-wise because it's not fall yet. It's still about 70-something degrees, so I don't know how long this will last, but I just wanted to feel cozy. Other than that, let's touch base on our admin updates. As far as admin goes, there are a few things I want to talk about. The first is that the 6th Ave skater skirt released this past week. Is that right? Yes. This past Friday. I was at a wedding, so I'm all confused. This skirt has released, so if you missed it, make sure to grab it now on Ravelry or my website. It's so cute. I'm already planning on wearing it to Rhinebeck with like a turtleneck and like leather brown boots that, or maybe suede boots that I have. I don't know, we'll see, but I'm really excited about it and I'm thinking about casting on another one. But that's not for this section. Other than that, our Rhinebeck Rumps Mal is underway. There's still plenty of time. We have, by the time you're seeing this, about a month for you to hop in and cast something on, finish something, work on something that you are going to wear to a festival this season, hopefully, or if you're not going to a festival, you could just wear it around your house. Something that covers your bottom, something that makes you feel cozy. A skirt is a really, really great option for that. Circle back to 6th Ave skater skirt. But yeah, you can't go wrong with any pattern that covers your bottom. And then the last thing I wanted to mention here in the admin section is my trunk show that is coming up this weekend. So if you're watching this on Thursday or Friday, you still have time. I guess technically Saturday. But I will be at the Knitter's Edge in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania on Saturday, September 20th from 9:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. with so much yarn. We're going to have Italia collection. We're going to have Wicked collection. We're going to have Halloween yarn. We'll have some fall inspired colorways. So make sure to stop by, come say hi, and just come hang out for a little bit. And then I will likely be at Lehigh Valley Fiber Festival the next day. So if you see me popping around, feel free to say hi, stop me, show me what you're working on. Yeah, I just love meeting people. So don't hesitate to reach out. That's all that I have to talk about as far as admin goes. And I actually didn't finish anything this week. And that is a-okay by me because I have finished lots and lots and lots of other stuff outside of my yarn and knitting experience. So it is totally fine to not finish anything each week. But I have been working a lot on some of my projects, so let's just jump into what I've been working on. The first thing I've been working on, you have seen before, it is in this cool, funky little backpack situation. And this is the last skein of those initial 4 that I had caked up of my wintering colorway on Sunfish. It just doesn't look very green or accurate in this video, but that's okay. But I did have 2 more skeins as part of this dye lot. So I wound those up and I'm ready to use those, although it's not looking like I'm going to use all of that. But I am working on what I have been calling my H Street sweater, like H Street, husband. I like to name my sweaters based on things that people remember, right? So like G Street, garter, 7th Ave, split hem. So it's not just random numbers and they have to remember. But everyone has lovingly been calling this the Michael sweater and I think it's adorable. But I have been working away, that line, on the H Street Michael sweater. And this is where you saw it last time. So I actually went ahead and finished the body and the ribbing not too long after we spoke last week, maybe a day or 2 after we spoke. And I think I had already done the neckband when we spoke, but I started the sleeve. And I think you'll see that there's a bit of shaping on the sleeve, which is really cool, that I think is really, so far it's working well. We will see. We will see once we get it more done and try it on. There's a little bit of shaping. So it is technically a drop shoulder, but it is not super drop that like I would just make a straight sleeve out of it. And it's not super fitted that it's set in and I wanted a tight sleeve. So I've done a little bit of short row shaping here so that you're gonna be able to see. Sometimes when you have sweaters like this and the sleeve just goes straight without any shaping, there gets to be too much fabric down here and it like bunches up like that. Now, it is bunching up on me, this, because it is not my size, right? But it'll look more like that, which I think is a more similar fit to what you're looking for. This is more of a drop, so that's not super helpful. But this is more of a classy fit without that extra fabric. So I'm super excited. And now that that is done, I've worked out all the math on the numbers and I'm just trucking along. And I'm actually about 1/3 of the way done with the decreases on this. So I should be done with this sleeve by the next time we chat and maybe even cranking away on the second sleeve, which would be really cool. And I already have all the math done. So as long as this fits, everything will get written up, popped in, and then it will go out to testers. And I'm thinking this will actually be a December release because I want to give people enough time to make it. I was hoping to get it out the beginning of September, but here we are. So pushing it back to the next month, I think will be the right call. But that's not the only thing I've been working on. I've also been working on my other whip, which you've seen. This is my horse feather fiber arts bag. And I feel like I actually haven't done that much on this whip either. So I don't know what's been going on with me and knitting time lately, but I haven't been getting too much of it. But this is my Harlow hat, which you've seen before by Andrea Mowry. I'm using 2 yarns, akara yarns and cesium yarns. And yeah, I am finally up to, well, I do actually know why I didn't get that much knitting done. So if you stick around to life, you'll probably find out. But I am finally back to the point where my cakes are center pull balls. The yarn that I had frogged, the first time I did this hat and then, you know, reknit it, has been all used up. So now it feels much smoother and much easier to keep going. I think I'm going to do maybe another inch or 2 on the brim, because Michael likes to roll his hat at least 2 or 3 times. So this is in half. And if I fold it one more time, yeah, maybe I'll do another inch or 2 inches on the brim before I switch needles and continue in the body of the hat. The one thing I need to ask Michael is whether he wants the brim to contrast the body of the hat, in which case I will just keep this, I will maintain this brioche, or if he wants it to match, in which case I can use syncopated brioche that Andrea uses in the Harlow flip, just with this yarn and stitch count. And then that way he has 2 hats that match, but I feel like he might like the contrast, so that whichever way he wears it, he can see both yarns. But I'm gonna ask him that, because that will be the next exciting thing that happens on this hat. Like I said, maybe it'll happen in the next week, but there's no time crunch on that. So if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. I also haven't done any spinning or plying this week, which makes me super, super sad. But when it comes to plying, I feel like I like to sit down when I have a good chunk of time and like get it done. I don't like to ply a little bit here and there and then have the machine and the Lazy Kate set up. And I just haven't had that this week yet. But by the end of this week, I should have that. And I should be able to ply everything. And it should be super, super solid. So fingers crossed that that will also be done by the next time we chat. And I have not worked on this yet, but I guess I kind of have. I have my next project set up in this this is a bag by Krista Jekyll. This is my first Krista Jekyll bag, and I love it so much. It has this one handle, and inside you can already see I have yarn caked up. I have 2 skeins of bougainvillea on my buoy base and 2 skeins of bougainvillea on my sunfish base. I'm going to hold them together and make a thick 7th ab split hem turtleneck. So think the tank, it will be the same fit. I will do a longer neck so that I can make it a turtle. And it's going to be fuzzy, which, like, how can you go wrong? And it's going to be so perfect for the winter, for layering. Yeah, I'm just super, super excited about it. And I cannot wait to cast this on. I'm hoping to cast this on after I finish the sleeve. Worst case, if this sleeve is not finished by this weekend, which I'm really, really, really hoping it will be, I might cast on the back panel for this just so that I have something a little bit more mindless that I can be knitting on while I'm at my trunk show, hanging out at the Fiber Festival and whatnot, so I don't need to be paying attention to stitch pattern decreases and all of that good stuff. But that is all that I have and will be working on. So let's chat about what's in the shop. Just a few things as far as what's in the shop. Not too much has changed yet, but things will be changing soon. So I wanted to give you a reminder before you miss out. The first thing has not changed. Our series of Unfortunate Yarn Club. The September colorway is the Carnivorous Carnival. And this is what it looks like. It's so good. It's so pretty. I really love this one. Michael does too. It feels like a traditionally masculine colorway. Someone told me many years ago that my color sense was good for men. And I was like, okay, I don't know. That feels like a compliment. I love this color and I would wear this. And I know that Michael loves it too. So whatever my color sense, I love it. Then, let me go in order because I know I missed some things last time. Our October boxes. We have our extras officially listed in the shop. We have 3 and only 3 30-day countdowns on my sunfish yarn base that are available, at least now while I'm recording this. I am not certain that they are still available. So if you want one, pause this now, add it to cart, and they will ship out as soon as you place your order. Well, next day, I guess. And you should be able to get it before October. So make sure you grab one now if you want one. And we have our super shitty December countdown boxes that are still available. Well, I guess I should also say we have our single skeins for October boxes that are also still available. I showed the colorway last week. I have it here. I could show it again. So if you want to look away, I'll just show it quickly. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that one's really good. I'm not going to talk about it. Okay, if you looked away, you can look back now. And like I was saying, our super shitty December boxes are still available. We have our several options in yarn or in fiber or single day options. So make sure to grab those now because they'll only be in the shop for about another month or so. Isn't that wild? So make sure to grab that now if you want one. Then we have our Italia, Summer Vacation Italia collection that is still in the shop and will be leaving at the end of this month. So if there's something you want, make sure to grab it. I will be bringing this to the trunk show this Saturday, and I will be bringing it to the trunk show next month, Rhinebeck weekend, but you will not be able to get skeins in the quantities on the bases you want after the next week or so, once the end of the month hits. So if you want to grab anything from Italia, make sure you grab it now. Same goes for Wicked. So we're going to have our Wicked collection with us today, this weekend at the trunk show and again in October, but it will be leaving in October. So not as soon as Italia, but it will be leaving soon. So make sure you grab that one if you want it. And our Halloween colorways are available in the shop. I will have them at both trunk shows, but you could get them on any base and any quantity from the shop as dyed to order through October. So again, just a few weeks on those before they go into hibernation until next year. So if you want any of that, make sure to get it now. I think that's everything. So let's just chat for a little bit about life. Life has been, yet again, super busy, mostly good things, just so much happening behind the scenes that I cannot really share. It's too much to share. But between building a house, doing construction on this house, running businesses, having trunk shows, like there's just a lot of moving pieces and things feel a little hectic. But we're making moves. All of our trim and our baseboards are painted, so hopefully they will be installed and hung this week. And then our house can get back to normal. We can move everything back to where it needs to go. And that will just feel like a breath of fresh air. Fingers crossed. I hope that happens. Other than that, we saw The Conjuring last week and it was so good. It was so good. Some people have said it wasn't their favorite Conjuring, which I could understand. I was terrified. I also, came late to the scary movie genre, so there are lots of Conjurings that I never got to see in movie theaters. I have seen some of the, the nuns and some of like the branch off, but I have not seen... Is the Nun a Conjuring movie? I maybe just made that up. I don't think it is. What have I seen? I think I've seen the last Conjuring movie in theaters. But I haven't seen many of them, and I just thought it was so good. So good. Tonight, we are going to see The Long Walk. Oh, not tonight. Tomorrow night, we're going to see The Long Walk, which I am very excited about as well. And Michael and I have been watching Succession. We are making our way through season 2, and it is wild. As usual, wild. It's so good. I have also just been watching lots of things on my own during the day. Lots of really long dye days in the dye studio, or packaging, yarning, labeling, winding days in the office. So I have watched Love Con Revenge. I have watched Unknown Number, which I already knew the story of. I have watched, I feel like something else, but I am finishing season 6, I believe, or 7 of Love Island UK. So, just things to keep me busy. Lots of YouTube, lots of Crime Junkie, true crime podcasts. So that is great. I have finished reading Into the Fall, and it was fine. I don't want to say a disappointing ending, and I don't want to compare it to what I was going to compare it to, because that gives it away. It's a kind of ending that I don't love. That's always like, oh, really? So I'll just leave it at that. And I have started reading Count My Lies, which is our book club book for this month in the Wolf Pack, which is my membership. So started reading that. It's feeling like a little slow, or I've just been extra tired getting into bed, so I haven't gotten that far with it. And part of that is because we've been busy. We had a wedding on Friday of our 2 really good friends, which was so much fun, but we were up very late till like 2 something in the morning. So that was exhausting. And then the next day we woke up early. I was dyeing some yarn super early in the morning. And then we drove back to New Jersey. We had one of my closest friends' babies just turned 1. So first birthday party. And then we had tickets to see Here Now in Asbury Park. So we got to see a bunch of bands, which was awesome. We saw Alabama Shakes, Royal Otis, LCD Sound System, and Hozier. And they were also amazing. So amazing. Being surrounded with like-minded people, enjoying music and connecting in that way at festivals is like a surreal experience. So it was really cool to get to do on the beach with Michael, which he's never gotten to do something like that before. So super awesome. But we were so exhausted and so beat. On Sunday when we woke up, we were beat. I felt like I was running on empty. But we came home, ended up working kind of late that night, and just have been working ever since. So I'm hoping that things will slow down a little bit after the trunk show this weekend. But knowing that I have another trunk show in Rhinebeck in a few weeks is making me think I'm going to have to make it slow down. I'm going to have to carve out time to do that and pace myself. So if you're in the same place, I hope that you remember, give yourself permission to also make yourself slow down and enjoy the slowness, because things are pretty crazy out there. So I hope that everyone is doing what they need to do for themselves and the people they love and care about. And until next time, take care of each other. Bye.